It's not confusing. It's kind of complicated to a certain degree, but it's not confusing. It's very easy. Here, for example, you have the book of Joshua 12 and 7. So you can catch it with every word. I just randomly took this word from, it says here to Seir. Seir is Hebrew 8165. Hebrew 8165. Shayar. Yeah, Shayar. So it's Sha I Ya Ra. Then you spell Shayar. Shayar. Which goes into Harry. And the other one goes into, I think it's Horites. Wait. It goes into Cave Dweller. And Mount Hor or Hori. This is in Genesis 36. Yeah, here. Mount Hori or Mount Hor is actually where Esau was. So a Horite, son of Lotan, the son of Seir, the man named, it was a man named Seir. But you also had a Simeonite that was also called Hori. He was also called the same thing. So he was also called a cave dweller. So that's why I said the Hadad doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it's kind of, it's alluding toward it. But yeah, so let me go on. And remember, we were all in that same land, so we spoke the same language. So we did a lot of the same things and stuff like that. Use the same words. Okay. So the point of grabbing this up is to show you that here you had the word Seir, patriarch of the Horites, the inhabitants of Edom before the descendants of Esau, the Edomites. So what is my point of grabbing this? Is to show you that if it was before, then you had the Canaanites there, the Horites, which are Canaanites. If it was in the middle time, then you had, as you can see here, then you had, let me see something. These until here. So you had these people that was coexisting with Esau in that land at that time. And then in latter time, they actually kicked these people out. They surpassed them. In Deuteronomy chapter 2, it explains that to you. They succeeded them. But they were also there in the land of Edom. The Horites were there. Here, the children of Seir in the land of Edom. Now, if you know anything about how people work, you do not kick people out of the land in just 1 second. They gradually get the hell out of there, eventually bit by bit and stuff like that. And then before you know it, they're all gone. Yeah, so that's what happened with them. Okay, so that's the example. So yeah, he cut off everyone there in that land at that time. That Hadad fled, First Kings 11 and 17. That Hadad fled, he and certain Edomites of his father's servants with him, which is again the word Aram. It was the land of Edom, yes, but they had connections with Syria, which is Aram. 17, sorry. Yeah, I did it already. Again, the word Hebrew Hebrew 130 instead of Hebrew 123. And you know where they do put Hebrew 123? They do put it here. Second Chronicles 25. No, sorry. Here they put 123, and here they put 130. But I already explained what that is, because you can catch it right here, just way easier. Okay, so going back to over here. So, yes, it was in the land of Edom, and the Edomites were there too. Don't forget that. They was right there, but it was the Syrians that had the power. Hadad fled, he and the Syrian and certain Aramites of his father's servants with him to go into Mizraim, Hadad being yet a little child. And they rose out of Midian. And you might ask yourself, where is Midian? Well, Midian is... No. I think it's here. Yeah, here's Midian. Let me see something. Yeah, here's Midian. So, here's the land of Midian. Where is it? It's by the Red Sea, right? Midian here. And where is the red? Here is Elath for Esau, which is the other side of the Red Sea, but is now called the Gulf of Aqaba. And Esau is here and stuff like that. But yeah, he ran from here, the land of Edom, then he ran to here to the Midianites, and he also ran to Egypt, Mizraim, which is here, or here, Egypt, here. Right. And came to Paran. The wilderness of Paran is down there, if I'm correct. Let me see something. Yeah, here, the wilderness of Paran. It's not talking about Padan Aram. That's Padan Aram, the land of Aram. That's where Jacob got Leah and Rachel. But yeah, this is the wilderness of Paran. He went there, right? And came to Paran. And they took men with them. And they took men with them out of Paran. And they came to Mizraim, unto Pharaoh, king of Mizraim, which gave him an house, and appointed him victuals, and gave him land. And Hadad found great favor in the sight of Pharaoh, so that he gave him to wife the sister of his own wife, the sister of Tahpenes the queen. Tahpenes. Okay, cool. And the sister of Tahpenes bare him Genubath his son, whom Tahpenes weaned in Pharaoh's house. So Tahpenes is the one that gave him milk. Gave him milk. So yeah. And Genubath was in Pharaoh's household among the sons of Pharaoh. And when Hadad heard in Egypt that David slept with his fathers, and that Joab, the captain of the host, was dead, Hadad said to Pharaoh, "Let me depart, that I may go to mine own country." He went then there to the land of Edom. You might say that, okay, wait a minute, then he's an Edomite. Well, I showed you what it is according to the book of, and the elder said it too. The elder apostle at Great Millstone, he was the one that actually taught me this. I wouldn't know that. But he was the one that said that it's actually Doeg the Syrian, and he broke down the Hebrew word for Hebrew 130. But why does Esau keep that clerical error? Because he's the goddamn devil. That's why. Anyway, but it was the Aram that had the Syrian man that had a connection with the Edomites. 2 Kings chapter 16 shows you that they were together. They formed alliances and stuff like that. Okay, going on. And Yahweh stirred him up another. Oh no. So sorry. Go to my own country, then I may go to my own country. Then Pharaoh said unto him, "But what hast thou lacked with me, that behold, thou seekest to go into thine own country?" And he answered nothing. "Howbeit, let me go in any wise." And Yahweh stirred him up another adversary, Rezin, the son of Eliadah, which fled from his lord Hadad-ezer, king of Zobab. And where was he? Where was this guy? He was here. Wait. He was from here. This one. So, here. Wow. Zobab. Which is where? It's, how you call that place? They call it Syrophoenician, but it's actually basically Aram, but close to Canaan. So Canaan, Aram, but it's actually Aram, because it's in the place of Aram, Damascus, and they was very close to the Canaanites, but it's not a Canaanite, it's Aram. He was also Syria. Again, the name Hadad, king of Zobab, but he fled from him, because his name was not Hadad. His name was Rezin, the son of Eliadah, which was a servant, if I'm correct. Yeah, he fled from his lord, Hadad, which was king of Zobab at that time. And he gathered men unto him, and became captain over a band, when David slew them of Zobab, and David is the one that killed them. David killed them because he went to recover his border. I think it was Samuel 8. Wait. Second Samuel 8. David also smote Hadad-ezer, son of Rehob, king of Zobab, and he went to recover his border at the river Euphrates. That is King David's border, the river Euphrates. That's the blessing of Genesis 15 and 18. In the same day Yahweh made a covenant with Abram, saying, Unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. So King David just went to go get what the Heavenly Father promised him. Did we lose it after that? Yeah, we did. No. Well, his son, as the King Solomon, he didn't lose it. It was after King Solomon we lost it. But yeah. But we gained it back to a certain degree, but we lost it more. So it's like going 3 steps forward and then 2 steps back, or 2 steps forward, 1 step back is the same thing. No. 1 step forward, 2 step back, yeah. Well, 2 steps forwards we went, and then we had to step 3 steps back, and then we went 3 steps forward, and then 2 steps back, and then 1 step forward, and then 3 steps back. We went like that until we just lost it. Verse 24. And he gathered men unto him, and became captain of... Okay, I already read that. And reigned in Damascus. And he was an adversary to Israel all the days of Solomon. But who put it in his mind? Who put it in his mind to do that? Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. He was not the king, but if he can do that to a king, and he can do that to you. Remember, kings have a different mind compared to the average people. So yeah. And Job chapter 33 verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed. Then the Heavenly Father opened the ears of men, your mind, and sealed their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man. He can do things. He can do things to you. He can do that. That's the point. He can do things to you. He can make you change. He can make you do stuff. So he put it in the mind of him, Rezin, to become an enemy, and then you had Rezin, which was the king of Aram. He went against Judah, but that's another story. Yeah. So okay. So going on. I'll think I'll finish it here. So it says right here, he became an adversary to Israel all the days of kings of Solomon, beside the mischief that Hadad did. So beside that, so he had two enemies. King Solomon had two enemies. And he abhorred Israel and reigned over Aram. He reigned over there. And so he went to go reign over there. And 26, and Jeroboam the son of Nebat, an Ephrathite of Zeradah, Solomon's servant. Now you have two of these words. You have this one, and you have an Ephrathite. So this one is Ephrathite. This one is Ephrathite here. You need to be careful because I switch. I make mistakes. So this is Hebrews 6:7-3. Ephrathite, an inhabitant or descendant of Ephraim, right? Here it comes, an inhabitant of Bethlehem. See? So you would think like, huh? What the? Yeah, this one is Ephraim, because here, when you go to Micah chapter 5, Micah 5, then you will see here, Micah 5:2. Now gather thyself in troops, O daughter of troops. He had laid siege against us. They shall smite the judge of Israel with the rod upon the cheek. But thou, Bethlehem Ephrathah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall come forth unto me, Yahweh, that is to be ruler in Israel. Who's that? Yahweh. Wait, let me go on. Because a lot of people say, well, that's King David. No. Whose going forth have been from old. Let me read it again, sorry. Whose going forth have been from of old, from everlasting. That's Yahweh Shai. But my point is to show you that he came out of Bethlehem, Ephraim, this is Judah. This is Bethlehem, Judah. Ephrath. Man, let me look that up for you. Micah 5:2. Bethlehem, Ephrath. But this Hebrew word has two words. Well, sometimes it has two different words because it's two different things. But yeah. But this one is Bethlehem, which goes into the house of bread and stuff like that. The birthplace of King David, and all that there. Right, a city in Judah. But you also have Bethlehem, Zebulon, which is, if I'm correct, Joshua 19. If I'm correct, you had here Zebulon. No, wait. You had here Zebulon. Yeah, here you had here Zebulon, Bethlehem. So Bethlehem. So Zebulon also had a Bethlehem. So remember that. That's this one. And then let me see, Ephrathah. Let me go back to over there. Okay, Ephrathah, which is Hebrew 6:7-2, which is a place named Bethel, where she died. Another place for Bethlehem, the wife of Caleb. Yeah, we know that. Well, I don't know if you know that, but you can catch it here. Ephrathah. Is it in the same chapter? Let me see something. No, it's First Chronicles, I think. Okay, Caleb, and then you had his wife. Here, Caleb, Ephrathah. Caleb and Ephrathah, because Caleb, his wife, was here, verse 19. So First Chronicles chapter 2, verse 19. And Azubah was dead. Caleb took unto him Ephrath, which bare him Zuhur. So Ephrath is a place before, it's a woman before it was a place. And then later, Caleb and Ephrath, the city, so it says here verse 24, and after Hezron, and by the way, Hezron is also a city, but it's actually a man. After Hezron was dead, in Caleb Ephrath, so then the city, the place that they were, these two, that city became the name of them. Caleb Ephrath. Caleb Ephrath. That was a place now, but it's actually based on these two, which is their father and mother. Forgot that one. Which is their father and mother. Okay. So this is Bethlehem, Judah. This is Ephrath in Judah. But this is Ephrathite. It's spelled a little bit different. Ephrathite and Ephraim. So this is Ephraim. Here you have also Bethlehem, Judah. See? They put it sometimes there. Bethlehem, Judah. Now David was the son of an Ephrathite. Of that Ephrathite of Bethlehem, Judah, yeah. Right. Okay, so going on to over here. And Jeroboam was the son of Nebat. So 1 Kings 11 and 26. And Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, an Ephrathite of Zeredah, Solomon's servant. So this is the guy, Jeroboam. This is the infamous Jeroboam. Yeah. Here is his debut being mentioned in the scriptures. Let me double check that. Yeah, 1 Kings 11:26 is the first time he was mentioned out of the 95 times in the Bible. Okay. Whose mother's name was Zeruah, a widow's woman. Zeruah, a widow's woman. Even he lifted up his hand against the king. He did it. And this was the cause that he lifted up the hand against the king. Solomon built Milo and repaired the breaches of the city of David, his father. And who set up Jeroboam against King Solomon? It was the Lord. Because he says it right here. I will give it to thy servant. And which servant? He didn't know which servant, but he knew the Most High told him, I'll set your servant up against you. So when Solomon saw that Jeroboam started to fight against him, well, you will see what he did. Let me see, where was I? Sorry. 27? No, 6? 28. And the man Jeroboam was a mighty man of valor. He was a warrior. You ain't playing with this guy. And Solomon, seeing the young man that he was industrious, meaning diligent and hardworking, it's like industry, he made him ruler over all the charge of the house of Joseph. So he was the guy that was the leader of the entire 10 tribes. Well, the house of Joseph is actually Manasseh and Ephraim, but yeah, but Ephraim is the head guy of all the 10 tribes because they followed after him. Verse 29, because that's also to the Spirit. The Most High did that. He said, let me read it again. He said, so 1 Kings 11 and, well, where is it again? 13. Howbeit, I will not rent away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to thy son for David, thy father's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen. So he gave the rest of the tribes. He rent the kingdom from King Solomon. He ripped it out of his hand, and he gave it to him, Jeroboam. Right. And he was and King Solomon made him even the leader of the northern tribes. Well, Joseph. And it came to pass at that time when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem that the prophet Ahijah, the Shilonite, found him in the way, because the Most High sent him. He didn't just find him. The Most High probably told him that go stand there. Anyway, let me go on. And he had clad himself with a new garment. And they too were alone in the field. He clothed himself. And Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him and rent it in 12. This is what the Heavenly Father told him to do. He grabbed it and he ripped it. He was probably, hey, what are you doing? You know? And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces. For thus saith Yahweh the power of Israel. Behold, I will rent the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee. So the Most High is like he's doing ceremonies. He did that also with Ezekiel chapter 5, with Ezekiel, by the way, in Ezekiel chapter 5 or 6, one of those two, where he made Ezekiel do rituals before he destroyed the Israelites. And also he did the same thing with Isaiah. Isaiah had to walk around naked 3 years. And that was a representation. He did it in the physical form. He really did that. But that was a representation that the children of Israel would become naked. First, which they would have not the armor of God, no protection, nothing. They would just be stupefied. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Verse 32. But he shall have one tribe for my servant David's sake, and that tribe was Benjamin. And for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel. You know, and that's the land of Benjamin. This one. Oh. Okay, yeah. Verse 33. Because that they had forsaken me, and have worshipped Ashtaroth, the goddess of the Sidonians, Chemosh, the god of the Moabites. And by the way, it was not only King Solomon that was doing that. As is the king, so is the people. The book of Sirach 10:2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, which is the king of the city, such are they that dwell therein. You know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. If your leader is a filthy beast, most likely you're going to turn into a filthy beast yourself, or you're going to be one. Sirach 10:3. An unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited, because it's going to be prosperous if the leader is prudent. And prudent goes into the quality of being prudent. This still doesn't explain anything. It goes into cautiousness, but still, prudent is acting with or showing care and thought for the future. Esau is not prudent, or else he wouldn't touch us. Obadiah chapter 1 is written specifically for that. Really though. Right. So King Solomon kind of, he did it, but yeah, he screwed up himself, but he kind of screwed us up because our people started to follow it. Because I said in the beginning that, well, he actually did it to himself. Yeah, but the people started to follow. And Milcom, the god of the children of Ammon, and have not walked in my ways, to do that which is right in mine eyes, and to keep my statutes and my judgment, as did David his father. He didn't do that. Yeah. What? Oh, leave it. Let me just leave it. So it says right here, going on. Howbeit, I will not take the whole kingdom out of his hand, but I will make him prince all the days of his life, for David my servant's sake, whom I chose, because he kept my commandments and my statutes. Yeah, when if you really admire King David, like, damn, he He could resist the devil, you know, because that is since the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 2 here. He could listen, when you have a lot of power, things is going to happen, man. Look, I'm going to give you an example of a fact, right? Here, 2nd Ezra 3. And then I'm going to give you another one, which is 1 Timothy 6. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse, let me see, 17. No. 9. But they that be rich, what? But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, a trap. And temptation, boy, they tempted. A lot of temptations comes when you have a certain type of power. Then the devil comes really good. He can really come to you now, because now you have money, so you can commit adultery now faster than ever before. Because when you ain't got no money, they ain't trying to throw pussy at you like that, you know. But when you do, they throw pussy at you. Throw it. Gotta duck and dodge like Neo. Yeah. And into many foolish and hurtful lusts, just stupid things. That's why these people that have money, they do stupid things on YouTube, because they bored out of their damn mind. And not only that, they want more money, but they're clowns. But anyway, certain people that are rich are bored. They have nothing to do. So there's a movie that you should watch, which is Surviving the Game. This is what rich people do. They did it back in the days. I heard stories about it and stuff like that. But they do that. And in the Netherlands too, heard stories about, and in England, heard stories about it too and stuff like that, from these Edomites that are in the midst of these rich people. But anyway, a lot of people wouldn't believe these things. But Esau made a movie about it. And this is based on, I believe these things. I know that, I can't prove it to you, but I believe these things. These Caucasus, they don't want animals to hunt. They want a smart creature, like a man. But anyway, just the trailer, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to spit it out. These are a bunch of guys that have nothing to do. And then they go out. Well, let me let the trailer talk, actually. Surviving the Game trailer. I'm not going to play everything.
Good job. Would you be interested? What kind of job are you talking? Why would you want to kill yourself? Maybe I like...
Because he sees in him like, hey man, we can use you. I mean, you want to die anyway. If you watch the movie 12 Years a Slave, you will see that they didn't want to kill all the slaves because they needed them to work. But, you know, when they got angry or something like that, they would murder the slaves. But still, you know.
The idea of choosing when I die instead of having somebody else choose for me. If someone offered you a good job, would you be interested? What kind of job are you talking about?
He was a homeless person. He got offered a job and stuff like that. These are some sick devil shit. Craigslist killer offers people. Rich is basically found guilty. What was he doing? He was on Craigslist. He was offering jobs, and then he would kill the people and take their ID. This is some crazy shit. These things are real, man. And he would get him in the forest. And this was also a Craigslist killer devil here. This guy, he killed himself because he was too weak to basically stand trial and go to jail. He didn't want that one, so he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just hang myself. But this devil is the one that I'm talking about, actually. And this is, I think, his son or something, some family member or whatever. But he was, look at that, God, look at that. Hey man, these people look funny to me. But anyway, this guy is the guy that did what I said that he did, that I was talking about. The Craigslist job offer. But yeah, I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. And this is basically a homeless person that they wanted to hunt. I don't want to tell you the whole story, but it's dope. It's a very dope movie. It's based on reality. Well, I can't prove it to you, but to the spirit, I know that they do this. They do this. They had a, you know, the movie License to Kill. Well, they have License to Kill. Because in the South, they had the nigger hunting license. State of Missouri. They had that. They still have it unto this day. They just don't brandish it, Basically, they don't show it. But yeah, it was I think a police officer that brought it out. See, he was disgusted by the way that they was, bragging about it. And then he told on them, they make it their own tongue to fall upon themselves. So yeah. So if you're rich and fall into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. So yeah, that's what money can do. It gathers onto you the sins that are within. It makes it easier to access. 2 Esther chapter 3 verse 20. And yet tookest thou not away from the Israelites a wicked heart, that thy law might bring forth fruit in them, that we would be prosperous, because we couldn't fight against the wickedness that was in us. For the first Adam, bearing a wicked heart, transgressed and was overcome. That's why Revelation chapter 2 verse 26 and 27 says, and he that overcometh, to him shall I give power over the nations. So we need to overcome all these urges that you get while being in his flesh. And so be all that are born of him. Sorry. So everyone that is born from Adam has a wicked heart. Verse 22. Thus infirmity was made permanent. And if you sin, you get sick also. Sirach chapter 38 explains that to you. He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician. So that shows you that we will get sick. And also, if we kept the law, then the Lord said this is a promise. What he said, Exodus 23:25, and ye shall serve Yahweh your power, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. But if thou sin, then let me see. Sirach 38 and no 38. Sirach 38 and 15. He that sinneth before his maker, the Heavenly Father is our maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician. And who created the physician? Verse 1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which ye may have of him, for Yahweh had created him. The Lord made him. The Lord made medicines out of the earth. And he that is wise shall not abhor them. No, get these things out of here, man. You don't know what type of sickness they can bring. Give me them pills that Esau. Give me them pills. Give me them pills, man. From the Most High cometh healing. So he made the physicians. Now in Syrian, where I'm from, you have different ones. You have the Bonumang, which works with spirits. Then you have the ones from Haiti, which are Fudumang, and they work with devils. And then you have the Kulturman, which is Culture Man. He's the good guy. The Culture Man works with water, liquor, and water and herbs. You could use liquor too, but water and herbs. That is what the Kulturman uses. But a lot of people, they don't know the difference. They don't know the difference. But I know. First and foremost, I know the scriptures. So I have an advantage. And second, I can see what I see. I see he doesn't work with spirits. So that's a culture man. Meaning he is a medicine man. He is a physician man. He is a herb man. Like, how you call this guy again? Dr. Sebi. That was a kulturumang. If he was in Suriname and we saw him, we would call him culture man, because we know that he only works with herbs and water. Because he will tell you to drink this herb. That's the water part. But the bonumang, I don't know how you said it in English. I don't think it exists. I don't know. He will work with herbs and water, but he will tell you to pray to the spirits and stuff like that, and also to the water and stuff like that. He will tell you to pray to the Lord, but he's not going to say the name Yahweh. And the voodoo, don't fuck around with that one. Yeah, you should know better. That's the wrong one. But you know who goes to them? Women. Women go there, to do what? I'll show you. Wait. I don't think I could show you, actually. It's a woman actually taking her... She's from, I think, Haiti or Jamaica. She's a woman taking her panties off, full of blood. You can see the blood. It's good. It's good quality. You can really see it. It's red. Fucking red. And then she puts it in the food and cooks it. And then later on, she calls a child to come. And the child comes with a bowl. And then she puts the soup in the thing. And then she brings it to the boy, the man. Not the boy, the husband, the guy, not her husband. He's going to be her husband. Because she's going to put a witch spell on her. When I saw that shit, I wanted to kill this bitch, man. But hey, that's a goddamn devil witch bitch. But anyway, hey, the Most High, a wicked man, a wicked woman, So hey, whatever. Man, I'm damn sure not eating from some random chick, man. Get the hell out. I'm not coming to your house. I need to... No. I cook. I don't do that shit, man. Because there's a lot of shit going on there. There's a lot of shit going on there. If they think you got money, you fucked over. It could be. But if the Heavenly Father is rich, nothing to happen. But still, I don't want to eat no pussy blood food. You crazy? Soup? Get out of here, man. But anyway, the point is that when you sin, you get sick. And when we kept the laws, we didn't get sick. And we have a wicked heart within us, and therefore we sin. So King David was very strong against those sins. Yeah, he made a mistake with that woman, but that was just one. He never did it again. 1 Kings chapter 15 verse 5. Because David did that which was right in the sight of Yahweh, and turned not aside from anything that he commanded him all the days of his life, save only in the matter of Uriah the Hittite. 1 Kings chapter 11 verse 35. But I will take the kingdom out of his son's hand. This is what the prophet was telling Jeroboam. Jeroboam. And will give it unto thee, even 10 tribes. And you can read about a little bit here. Oh, no, well, let me just get it for you. Now, this is Ezekiel 38. Chapter 38, verse... No, it's not this. It's... Wow, I forgot it. Oh, it's 37. Yeah. Ezekiel 37 and 16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah, and for the children of Israel, his companions. And then take thee one stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for the house of Israel, his companions. So, the heads of Judah, the heads of the northern kingdom is Judah. Sorry, man. The head of the southern kingdom is Judah, along with Benjamin. And the head of the northern tribe is Ephraim. And you can put Levi here too, You can put them here too. Because for the majority, they're the only one that stayed so-called black with the hair and stuff like that and the skin color. And they were all over the place. They was having babies with everybody and anybody in existence. Yeah, they do it too. But not as much as they. Not as much as they. I'll tell you that. If you went to South America and you walked around in the city, you would see. Like, what? You would see people you don't know what race they are. What the fuck are you? You don't know. They don't know. They don't know. Man, you know how many Chinese be fucking these motherfuckers, man? Hey, East Indians, they be fucking the whole goddamn place. Anyway, let me go on. Verse 36. And unto his son will I give one tribe, which is the tribe of Benjamin, that he was given, that David my servant may have a light alway before me in Jerusalem. So that's the reason why Benjamin was given unto him. The city which I have chosen me to put my name there. And I will take thee, and thou shalt reign according to all that thy soul desireth. So you can do whatever you want, basically. And shall be king over Israel. But the Most High was setting them up to fall. Yeah, it's just, you know. And it shall be, if thou wilt hearken unto all the commandment, if thou wilt hearken unto all that I command thee, and wilt walk in my ways, and do that is right in my sight, to keep my statutes and my my commandments, as David my servant, that I will be with thee, and will build thee a sure house as I built for David, and will give Israel unto thee. Yeah, but that didn't happen, and yeah, it was already told. So I might have jumped the gun when I said like he'd set them up. But yeah, but let me not say that. But yeah, I know the outcome of it, so yeah, it's very tempting, especially when power is involved, and you already have, like, you know, you can get swayed, you can be corrupted. That's why Yahushua, well, in 1 Corinthians 15 it says that, and we are corruptible, but we will turn into incorruptible. We are mortal, but we will turn into immortal. So you are corruptible. King David was corruptible. King Solomon was corruptible. So you think you're not corruptible? You come to me with money, I'll slap that shit out your head. You get the fuck away from that shit. Yo! It's dangerous. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. That's why I like the Joker. You see that Batman movie? I'm Heavenly Father. That's one of my wishes. I got the Heavenly Father on track like speed dial. I got it on the track like that. I want this. I want this. I want to do this, bro. You know what? I'll go watch the movie after this. Nah, it's too late. I can't. I wouldn't be able to focus. I'm gonna fall asleep. That would be useless. But I'm gonna watch this movie from beginning to end again. I haven't seen this movie in a while, I'll tell you the truth, man. Like, in a few years. I'm telling you. I only saw it once. Yeah, man. You might think I saw it often, but I didn't. And I do stuff like that. I don't watch a movie for years, but I talk about it all the time. People be like, hey, you really love the movie. Yeah, I actually do, but I never seen it anymore. Only one time. Huh? Why you talk about it so much? Because it's in my head. I can't get it out. There's certain things you just... Man, I talk to you right now. I forgot what I said 10 seconds ago. But certain things I don't forget, and it dwells in my head. And I want to do it. Just like Pac said. And I saw Terminator bust somebody in the movie. Ooh, I want to do it too. Yeah, no, I messed it up. What was it again? Yeah, it was fuck 'em all. It was Schwarzenegger. Yeah, here. I watched Arnold Schwarzenegger bust somebody in the movie. It's supposed to say. I was on the say bust somebody in the movie. Yeah. It's supposed to say bust somebody in the movie. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I know what it says, but I think this is the cut version or something. Here, Arnold Schwarzenegger bust somebody in the movie. Now I want to do it too. Well, I saw the Joker burn money in the movie, and I want to do it too. It looked dope to me. It really looked dope. I'll be like, damn, that's some dope shit. I want to do that with some caucus faces up on that motherfucking money too. You know what I'm saying? Even if you had Jake faces on that money, I wouldn't not burn it. I would just burn that shit too, because it's just nothing. It's just a piece of paper. Let me read on. Now, this is 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 39. And I will for this afflict the seed of David. What? Yeah. And I sorry. And I will for this afflict the seed of David, but not forever. How did he do that? He went and made him fight against them. The kingdom of Israel went to fight against the kingdom of Judah, because the Most High wanted to plague them. So that's why I said he set them up. It's kind of funny, but it's not, because they was really fucking murdering the Judites and stuff like that. But that's another story. But that's because we started to worship. Judah and Benjamin started to worship. How you call that thing? Devils. That's what they started to do. So going on, verse 40, but not in the beginning. Not in the beginning. Later on. Well, with King Solomon, yeah. So yeah. Verse 40. Solomon sought therefore to kill Jeroboam. See, he was like, kill your ass. But in the sorry. In the beginning, he didn't know. But as soon as he found out, he was like, I'm gonna smoke this motherfucker. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So Solomon sought therefore to kill Jeroboam. And Jeroboam arose and fled into Mizraim unto Shihak, king of Mizraim, and was in Mizraim until the death of Solomon. And the rest of the acts of Solomon, all that he did, and his wisdom, are they not written in the book of the Acts of Solomon? Which is, where was that again? Was that in first? No? Chronicles, Kings? Okay, I'm gonna leave that. So it says right here, verse 42. At the time that Solomon reigned in Jerusalem over all, and the time that Solomon reigned in Jerusalem over all Israel was 40 years. So did he have 100% 40-year peace? No, not really. To a certain degree he had, but the Most High stirred up two enemies, and Rezin, no, it was, who was all the days of, oh yeah, here, and he was an adversary to Israel all the days of Solomon. So yeah, all the days that Solomon was alive, Rezin was a bother unto him. Yeah. So going on, it says right here, verse 43, and Solomon slept with his father, and was buried in the city of David his father, and Rehoboam his son reigned in his stead. And that's where Jeroboam started to show himself, like, we're gonna fight. And he did. And I read it too, concerning I think it was 2 Chronicles 28, sorry. 2 Chronicles 25 or 28. Where I'll just read this one and then I'll leave it. 2 Chronicles 28. No. Yeah, 28. 28 and 9. But the prophet was there, whose name was Oded. And he went out before the army that came to Samaria, and said unto them, the northern tribers, Behold, because Yahweh your fathers was wroth with Judah. That's why I said he set him up. Because he was angry with Judah, so he turned Israel against them. Your father was wroth with Judah. He had delivered them into your hand. and ye have slain them in a rage that reacheth up unto heaven. And since they did that, they was like, hey, you know what, fuck it, we're okay, sorry. So what did they do? The men that they kept captives, that they had captives, and the men which were expressed by name, rose up and took the captives, and with the spoil clothed all that were naked among them, and arrayed them. They clothed them and, you know, dressed them look real good, and shot them. They shot their feet, made them, you know, gave them things, the slippers and stuff like that, shoes, and gave them to eat and to drink, and anointed them with olive oil, and carried all the feeble of them upon asses, which are donkeys, because they was too weak to walk, and brought them to Jericho, the city of palm trees, which is Jericho, is belonging to Benjamin, to their brethren, that they returned. Then they returned to Samaria. Right. So what happened was, you know, that fight came and stuff like that, and then the Most High wanted to punish Judah for the things that they did, because they started to follow after Israel. But notice the Most High didn't punish Israel not at that time. Later on they got them, but not at that time. At that time, he used, and Israel was doing some devil shit, man. They was killing their babies. And then, you know, Judah was like, really, that looks fun. Then he started to do it too. And then the Most High caused the house of Ephraim, which is the 10 tribes, caused them to fight against Judah, and Judah lost. He probably was thinking like, wait a minute, I serve the same gods as you. How am I losing? Because the Most High is against you. That's why. And then the first one to went into captivity and slavery, and the first one to be cut off also, are the 10 tribes. And they went into slavery under the Assyrians. And Judah and Benjamin didn't help them, because they was like, fuck y'all. Bitch asses. Fuck all y'all. They didn't help them, because they was like, y'all killed us too. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, man. Eat shit. Eat shit and die. They probably told him this. Isaiah 36 and 11. Then Eliakam and Shebna and Joah. Then said Eliakam and Shebna and Joah unto Rabshakeh, speak, I pray thee, unto thy servants in the Aram language, for we understood it. Because we also had a connection with Aram. Our forefather comes from that land, so we spoke that language. And speak not to us in the Jews' language. Abraham came from here. And speak not to us in the Jews' language, which is the language that we had in Canaan, in the ears of the people that are on the wall. But Rabshakeh said, had my master sent me to thy master, and to thee to speak these words? I didn't come here to do what you told me to do, punk. Had he not sent me to the men that sit on the wall, that they may eat their own shit and drink their own piss with you? You eat shit and die and drink piss before you die, you know. But anyway, you can read the rest for yourself if you have the time. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom, and that was the book of 1 Kings chapter 11. And yeah, kind of got sleepy throughout the way. I'm not sleepy, but I'm tired. No, I'm not tired. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, so something is happening. But yeah, so okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. And I don't think I need all these other scriptures over here. You know, Elath, the Red Sea and stuff like that. I already did it in the other videos. Oh yeah, I wanted to read this. You know what? I'll just read it for another video. I'll read it for another video. So yeah, I'm gonna do that there then therefore. So I'll read this in another video anyway. Don't have to do everything together in one blow. Yeah. So with that, I will say Shalom. I had other plans, but I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.